If your bedroom always ends up messy, no matter how often you clean it, you are not alone. Today, we're talking about four simple habits that can help you keep your bedroom tidy without spending hours cleaning or constantly feeling like you need to start over. So, these easy daily habits will help you reduce the clutter and create a bedroom that feels calm, comfortable, and easier to maintain.
Are you ready to stop the chaos, the stress, the overwhelm that's filling your life? I'm Renae Matt, and together you and I are going to build simple routines that are going to change your life. When you put these habits into practice, you're going to be able to organize your life in a way where you can be there for your family, pay off your debt, save money, your house can stay organized, you don't have to stress about what's for dinner, and you still get time for yourself. So without further ado, let's get started. Welcome to the Routine Advantage Podcast.
Depending on your situation, you may want this episode and you may not need this episode. So, if you are somebody that has a super serene bedroom that is always nice and tidy, and you can go in there and you can relax and you can just enjoy your space, then this episode is probably not going to be super helpful for you. But if you are somebody that has a tendency to kind of ignore your bedroom and focus on everything else going on in the house, and your bedroom kind of becomes a dumping ground, whether it is stuff being piled on the bed or it's dumped on a chair or slung onto a dresser. Those are the situations where this episode is going to be super helpful for you, because we need to figure out how to stop using the bedroom as a dumping ground and have it be a place that is not only a space that is relaxing and inviting and easy to rest in, but it's also easy to maintain because we are focused on other things. We can't be spending an hour every week in our bedrooms trying to catch up and clean it and get it kind of reset for the week until it becomes a dumping ground again. I Growing up, I was I was pretty terrible at maintaining a clean bedroom, and even as I got older, it was harder. And I have found there are certain things that help me maintain a tidier bedroom that are incredibly simple. It's just a matter of understanding what works for me and what doesn't, and being able to adjust. And then if I can keep up with those little habits, then my bedroom is totally fine. So that is something that I want to share with you. Is like, I was trying to break it down, and there are four things that I do consistently now that are, or pretty consistently. I'm not perfect because it's hard being perfect at anything, but it's the consistency that matters, right? So you also have to understand, like, if you are sharing a bedroom with somebody, then that is going to kind of throw things off a little bit if they are not following the same things. So sometimes we just have to do what we can to keep up. But I can assure you that doing these four things, it is going to be easier to maintain a clean bedroom. And the longer you maintain a clean bedroom, the easier it is for anybody else in the household to start to recognize that and help keep it tidier as well. So, the first thing that you're going to want to do is make your bed. And this sounds so simple because it is so simple. We often don't make our bed because it just feels like an additional task. But when you can crawl into a made bed at night, it feels very adultish. It feels very like you achieved something that day, and now you get to crawl into a nice tidy bed. So that is the first step to also making your room look cleaner. If you walk into a clean room and the bed is a mess, it automatically looks messier. But if you walk into a room that is cluttered, but the bed is made, it looks nicer. So, not that I'm advocating for a cluttered room, like we want the bed made and we want it tidy, but just making the bed alone is going to give you that jumpstart into having a tidier room, and you get to check something off. You achieved something that day, and now you can move on to the next thing, because when you have your bed made, you're going to be looking at the room and you're going to see some other things that kind of need to be cleaned up a little bit. So, the second thing that you would want to do is use hooks instead of a drop zone, or find some sort of system that works for you for the clothes that get dropped, not the dirty clothes, but the clothes that you try on, you decide not to wear it, and you are not hanging it back up. Now, ideally, yes, we want to hang it right back up. We want to fold it and put it back in the closet. And most often, I will do this. However, I have a very scattered brain, and sometimes it's just not going to happen. So instead of using the bed as a dumping ground for all of my clothes that I'm trying on, especially if I'm in a hurry, those are not going to sit there anymore. I used to do that, and then as soon as I had a pile, I would add to the pile, and then it would just build up until I had this just heap of a pile, and then I would have to figure out how to do it. Or you just take the pile and you sling it onto the floor, and like, no, we don't want to do that anymore. And the one thing that I have found that helps me avoid this, it is a simple thing. It is hooks on the back of the door in the closet. And that's it. That is what helps me avoid the piles of clothes, because if they can't fit on those hooks, they have to get hung back up. And then every once in a while, I will just look at those hooks and I will take down anything that I need to have washed, or I will take them and rehang them or refold them, put them back in my closet. I just kind of do a reset of the hooks, and that helps maintain a tidier bedroom, and I can access all of those items. So it sounds really simple and kind of and I know it sounds lazy, but I think it's like my self-diagnosed ADHD brain that that makes this work so easy for me. But if you have a tendency to just dump a bunch of stuff onto your bed or your the floor or a chair or whatever, try hooks on the back of your bedroom closet door, or whatever works for you. If you are somebody that works better with like a basket, maybe it is a basket for all of the clothes that you wore, once and you are wanting to wear again, or it's clothes that need to just be put back in the closet because they're clean. You could do that too. I don't have a lot of space for that, so that doesn't work for me. And if it's in a basket, it feels messier to me, but if it's hanging up on a hook, it feels cleaner. So that is something that is what I tried, and it works amazingly, and that helps me to keep it tidier. So give it a try if that is something that you struggle with. And then all of the clothes get lifted off the floor. So now you not only have a made bed, but you also have no clothes on the floor other than probably the dirty clothes. So that's what we're going to address next. Is the third thing is to have a centralized laundry basket. And ideally, this is where you can get it out of your room. Now, depending on the way that you have your house set up, this might not work well for you, but for us, we have our bedroom and we have two guest rooms that also are offices. And so I have my closet. We live in a very old house, so the closets are tiny. So my closet is in my office slash guest room. And then my husband's closet is in our bedroom. So instead of having a laundry basket in the guest room and a laundry basket in our room, we actually have a linen closet that is right outside of those rooms next to our main bathroom. And so instead of putting a basket in the bedrooms and then also a basket in the bathroom, we actually have our linen closet where we have a basket that slides into the bottom of it, and that is the only laundry basket we have in the entire upstairs. So if you have dirty clothes, you need to go and throw them into the bottom of the linen closet. And then that is what I pull out and I bring it downstairs to the basement to do laundry. And this has helped take the mess out of those other rooms because everything goes to one spot. It doesn't pile up everywhere. When it's time to do laundry, I'm not going and gathering it from so many different rooms. I can see one basket, and if it's full, it needs to come downstairs right away, or I do it while I'm doing my daily seven. So that is something that has been really helpful for us. And even when we get a different house, I'm going to try to like maintain this system. So see what works for you if there is a centralized place, because that allows you to get all of that dirty laundry out of the rooms where it might be cluttering it up, it might be making it easier to stay messy. you can put it into one basket, and then it just makes gathering laundry easier as well. So there are several things that make this a pro. But you can kind of see how your house is set up and if it even works for the way that your brain works as well. But now we have the bed made, we have all of the clean clothes or the clothes that we're going to be wearing again hung up, and we have all of the dirty laundry out of the room and into a laundry basket. So now you are kind of looking around, and there's probably a lot less mess. You're already feeling like it is way tidier. So now the fourth thing that we're going to do is declutter your nightstand. And this is where you want to maintain a simple nightstand as much as possible. If our bedroom starts getting or feeling really messy, I should say, if it starts feeling really messy, it's because our like areas next to our bed are getting a little bit full and cluttered. And if I clear that out, then that is when it starts feeling like, oh, we've got space. It feels more refreshing. So if you have a nightstand or a place that you kind of set some things, maybe it's a dresser next to it, or however your bedroom is set up, you want to clear off your nightstand as much as possible and only keep what you actually need and actually use. So if you have a lot of like little items, instead of just splaying those out on your nightstand, maybe consider getting like a little pretty like covered dish or a little basket that can hold those things or organize those things for you. Or if you have a nightstand that has a drawer, pull it out and organize it in the drawer so they're easy to grab and access, but you don't actually need it. Like I love having lip gloss. I started using mouth tape a couple months ago, and so all of those things are by my bed, and that is the stuff that I have, but I kinda just organized it in a little way that keeps it contained and it feels less cluttery, even though I have several things by our bed. So that is something that is very simple to do. It's just going through and decluttering this one little area of your bedroom, and then maintaining that is just a couple of minutes a day to just clear everything out. If you grabbed a glass of water when you went to bed, just grab that on your way out of the bedroom. If you know, if you did the mouth tape like I did and you've got the little back tabs, either put a little trash can next to your bed or have those on the nightstand, and then make sure you have a habit of grabbing those when you get up. Like when I get up in the morning, I grab everything I need. I usually have a water bottle there and I have my phone that was the alarm. And I grab those things. I grab the little tabs from my mouth tape and I bring them straight into the bathroom where I take off the tape and I wash my face and I brush my teeth and I like wake myself up right away. So that is something that is a little habit that just is super simple, but it helps you maintain that tidier bedroom. And once you do all this, think about what your bedroom will look like now. You've got your bed made. You have no clothes on the floor or tossed on the bed or the dresser or the chair. You have all of your clothes either hanging up in the closet, folded, or hanging up on the hooks just to keep it all tidy and simple. And then you've got your laundry in a centralized location. So it's out of your room and you don't have to worry about it. So now you are looking at everything and you also have decluttered nightstands and you have a room that you are going to enjoy walking into and going to bed so that you can actually relax in this space. Now, if you have spaces that you need additional decluttering, like maybe you have a room that is really full of stuff, then I would consider going back to episode 43 and use that simple four-step method to declutter and organize any space. And basically, you're just breaking it down. You'll like tackle one little space in your room at a time and work through it, because any little progress is progress. And that is what it's going to help you feel like you will no longer have a constantly messy bedroom. These little habits and being able to declutter those things and then keeping these four habits are going to make your room just feel more peaceful all the time. And before you know it, you're just always going to have a tidy bedroom. And all it takes is being intentional about these little daily habits that take hardly any time at all. I mean, if you think about it, making your bed takes what, like 2 minutes? hanging up all of your clothes on hooks instead of having a drop zone, that also it takes seconds to just take something and hang it up on a hook. And then, at the end of the week, clear off that hook if you need to, or you will know when there are too many things on the hooks. Like, you will just know that. And then you can address that. But having these hooks there is something that makes so much sense. And then having your laundry basket, picking up the dirty laundry, throwing it into that laundry basket takes seconds. And decluttering your nightstand, can take, 5 to 10 minutes to do this really quickly at first. And then it's just a matter of taking a minute or two to maintain that space moving forward. So being able to maintain a tidy bedroom is going to be so much easier when you know what it is that you are doing each day and the intentional habits that you're trying to create to be able to keep this going. So I hope that that was helpful for you. I just kind of recapped them, but just so that I have an official recap for you, those four simple habits to keep your bedroom tidy if you are dealing with a messy bedroom all the time is: number one, make your bed. Number two, start using hooks on the back of your closet instead of a drop zone. Number three, get a centralized laundry basket. And number four, declutter your nightstand. So I hope that that was helpful, and I will catch you back here on the next episode.
Did you love that episode or learn something useful? If so, would you do me a huge favor? My goal is to grow this podcast and help as many women as I can break free from the overwhelm so they can truly enjoy their life. The best way for me to do this is for you to leave a 5-star written review on your podcast app and to share this episode with a friend or in your Instagram stories. I appreciate you being here. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you on the next episode. Take care.